Good morning, it's 7:22. I am starting the Pinhoti Trail. I just got dropped off by my shuttle driver, Emily, and I'm beginning the trail. Finally, after months and months and months of planning, you can see this is the beginning of the trail. And here I am, first sign with the Pinhoti symbol on it. There's a post back there I just did, and my shuttle driver's walking away. And this is about the time, as I joked around with her, that I start thinking, what was I thinking? But it's good to actually start. I've been planning this trip for months. Been thinking about doing this trail for well over a year now. So, but it's really chilly out here. It's probably in the 30s down here. The sun has just come up. I'm hoping to hike a little bit and get a little bit warm for me. So I was able to lighten up my pack a little bit. I decided to take a little less water and a couple of things here and there, and went down to about 34 pounds even when I started. So we'll see from there. My shuttle driver told me that Nimble Nomad should be at his, oh, here we go. There we go, the journal. So I'm going to check in here, write a little thing, and then I'll come back to you. And I just signed the logbook, I guess, the register. And I put one of my stickers there. And shortly after the register, you come to the sign that says it's the beginning of the Appalachians. And I'm going to keep going up and up and up. Well, I made it up the first climb to where the flag mountain, the tower is, and the cabins. And I'm just walking on a road that I came out on. Unfortunately, as you can see, there's no views. It's all fogged in. And there's the tower. It's the best I could do. Beautiful. Well, I just left Nimble cabin at the ranger station, and I'm passing through the other cabins here. It looks like someone's staying here doing some work here. So, but how cool was that? One thing on my list to do, checked off. And let me show you what I'm looking at as I go down the trail. And here's one of the cabins. Must be doing some work on it or something. And took a slight delay in there. I didn't take any, he was very polite, very cordial. Offered me some coffee or hot chocolate or something, but I did not partake because I honestly feel like I need to get moving. And I would have loved to have sit and chat with him about his hikes and maybe listen to some stories. But a very brief conversation. I probably am a little shy too as well. Hard to believe. So here we are, we're back on the trail. And we'll keep on trucking down. He told me I need to stop off in Wogufka, I believe I'm saying it right, and check in with a lady there who has like another register. I signed the register in his cabin. I did not sign the one at the, ooh, some deer in the distance. I just saw the whitetails, two of them. I signed his register, but I didn't sign the one at the fire tower itself. So, but I signed his register. So that's it. Check in again later. It's about 10:40 in the morning. I've walked about 5.8 miles. Come to my first road walk. I'm going to be walking into the town of Wogufka, or Wiogofka. I guess the U is silent. I can't remember right now. Definitely a little winded. It's a good trail. It's well marked pretty much. There are some older markings at one section that you have to be careful for because it can be a little confusing. But other than that, just keep walking on. So, check in again later. Well, hello. How you doing? It's Tuesday night now. It's coming up on 5 o'clock. I've pitched my tent. I'm at mile 15.8 or so. That's an approximation on the Pinhoti Trail. I stopped a little bit shorter than what I'd like to. I got a little later start. I did get to stop and meet Nimblewil Nomad. I probably spent about 15 minutes in his cabin. But I didn't spend a lot of time there. I did make one wrong turn on the trail and had to walk my way back to the actual trail. I had taken a wrong path following a road, like a forest road or a dirt road, and I realized that it did separate. And there's a couple of places where there's blowdowns you have to go around, and even one or two spots where you're kind of questionable about where the trail is. A lot of the trees that have blown down have blazes on them, but you can generally look past and see where that trail is. So it's not very difficult to go on and figure out where you need to go. However, my left knee and the ankle are really bothering me. The knee is the thing I'm worried about the most rather than the ankle. I think I would keep walking on it, but it's really giving me trouble going downhill. So I decided to stop a little earlier tonight, set up camp. I'm going to let it rest, see how we're doing tomorrow. I think I'm pretty much done with the big up and downs for the next day or so. I think tomorrow there's a little bit of up, and then you come down again, and then there's a road walk. So there's 12 miles of road walk, and I have about 1.5 miles or 2 miles to get to that. So that's the next 14 miles total. So I would have liked to have been able to do a little bit more today. Obviously 15 miles was my target, which I did over that, but I would have liked to have done the 17.9. So I'm a little bit, 1.5 miles short of that, but that's okay. I'm hoping to go to sleep early, let my leg rest. I've already eaten, and it's getting dark and the temperature's dropping. I'm going to change into some drier clothes, strip out of my hiking clothes probably, and try and get some sleep. If I can rest up and my knee feels good tomorrow and my ankle feels good, I'm going to continue hiking. Obviously, I'll at least go to the road, which is the 1.5 miles. I'll make it 2 miles. If it cuts my mileage down and I'm not able to make the 15 miles a day, what I may do is one possible thing I'm thinking about is just cutting back the mileage a little bit, and maybe my target to go to Heflin rather than Cave Springs. It's a little bit closer. It's only 108 miles total probably, and even if I go down to 10 miles a day, I should be able to do that. My problem is I just feel like I'm wasting a lot of time, and of course I'm disappointed that I'm not able to do that, but we'll see what's going to happen. Other than that, it's a nice trail. It really is beautiful. There was a little bit of road walk today, not very much. You went to the town of Wagufka, right? Wagufka? I think that's how you say it. It's actually, I think, Wiogofka. And in going through that town, it's not much. There's a little store there, which I kept going. I did not stop at, I think it was Miss Tammy's house I was supposed to stop by, which Nimblewil told me to stop at. There were 2 large dogs there that did not seem too happy with my presence when I came to the house. I'm assuming I had the right house, but I'm not sure. But the 2 very large dogs changed my mind about actually thinking about going up and knocking on the door. So I continued going. And here I am. So that's pretty much it for day 1. Like I said, about 15.8 or so miles. So well above, I did pass the 15, but I did fall short of my really secondary goal, which was to do the 17 or so, or 18, 17.9 or something. That takes me almost to the roadway, the road walk. So tomorrow I'll start out once I pack up. I'll do the 2 miles to the road, and then I'll do 12 miles on the road. We'll see how that's going. If it's getting bad, or you know what, I may even decide to go back to the POC and maybe camp there a night, maybe take a down day, and then continue hiking or something. I'd really not like to go home, and I really don't want to even think of that yet until I see what's going on. I think I may just need to rest. Like I said, I feel like I haven't really trained for this. I've been sedentary. Going up and down elevation is not the same as hiking, you know, what I did in the Ocala forest, which is pretty much level. You know, the most you do is maybe 70 feet or 100 feet, maybe at the most, for a elevation change. I guess the closest place that I'm from, I was pulling some weather information, is Rockford, Alabama. Right now it's currently about 32 degrees, and it's dropping down to about 28 in the morning. Or maybe it's like 34, 35. Feels like 32, and it's dropping down to 28. So I definitely have to worry about stuff freezing. So my water filter will be in my sleeping bag with me. Hoping to be warm enough. We'll see. I'm going to change into some dry clothes. And if, in fact, it's a problem, what I'll do is I'll put on my sweatshirt again, and I'll put on my jacket, and with the hat and everything else, hopefully I'll keep warm. We'll just wait and see. So that's going to be it. I'm going to try to edit this and get this out today. So thank you so much for following. I'll keep you updated till we meet again.